Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi. Hi Constancia. How are you doing?
I am fine. I'm excellent. I got my stuff today.
Oh, you got your package. Nice.
Yep.
She's
That's
happy.
just the first package. I still have to send you all the silicone molds. I'm gonna send you a whole bunch of goodies.
So I went to the post office very early, 7:30. There was nothing. Then I get a email. Oh, your package is ready for delivery. So I was boom, bam.
Everything arrive okay?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Nice. Yeah, you got everything you need except the silicone molds, which I'm gonna get out this week.
That's good.
All right. Hi Sabrina.
Hey, AJ.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm just taking some pre-notes. So I could, yep.
Awesome. So glad to see you today. I'm so happy I see all these cool people in my class, including the one and only Melinda.
Hello.
Hey, Melinda.
Hello. How you doing?
Good.
I'm ready to paint.
Yes. Everybody have their rubber gloves. You're gonna need them.
I'm just taking notes. I'll take notes. I don't want to do candle making yet today.
Quite all right. Hi Tiffany.
Hey, I finally made it. I missed the last one. I'm sorry.
It's fine. The classes are recorded, so if you.
That's okay. I put in an order for you yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Let me see. Tiffany. I haven't ordered. Wait.
It was either yesterday or day before yesterday. I know I just put an order in.
Oh, yep. It was
Yeah, 'cause the
yesterday.
ones I bought sold out already.
Packed 10 cinnamon buns, and I got the cinnamon buns right here. I just need to paint them. All right. Dude, today's going to be awesome because I found some new stuff. I'm making a new pie that you guys have never seen before. And I make a new, I have a new silicone mold. I have a new embed, which.
Are those blackberries?
So this right here is a real blackberry from Publix. This is mine.
Wow.
Whoa.
Goodness gracious.
Whoa.
Like,
and this one's halfway done. We're gonna finish this with the gel wax and make it all pretty. I'll show you guys how to make it pretty, but that's how they look in the pie.
Wow.
Cool.
I am so excited, and I have real. I also made some real raspberries. I got some real raspberries. I made a silicone mold of the real raspberries. So I'll show you the difference of the raspberries that I had before and the new raspberries. I'm so excited. I can't contain myself.
Well, I'm gonna give you a heads up now. I'm coming in for blueberries and raspberries.
Yeah. Me too. I need an order for those. I got the blueberries. I want.
Well, you got the silicone, right?
The silicone molds.
You got the silicone there, right?
Or just the embeds?
I have both.
Okay, I need to.
Or are you talking to somebody else?
Well, I'm talking to you. Like, what's for sale? Both, like you said.
Both.
Both?
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
I need that.
these are my raspberries before.
Mm. Yeah. I got
And these are my raspberries now. And they have the, you know, the little
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
middle?
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
You did
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So all of them have that little middle part too. And they have those sections are like really detailed.
Mm.
I'm so excited. So, all right. And I had, see, last class I did not have this one. But I designed my own, lattice pie.
That's nice.
And I'm going to show you how to paint it. I'm going to show you how to make it all pretty. All right, let's get started.
All right.
So the first thing that I want, oh, somebody, let me check my messages real quick to get last minute. Hi, Felina.
Ay, ¿cómo que sabe?
Let me check real quick my messages.
Los dos saben.
I hope you guys don't mind. I'm wearing my comfy clothes today. I had a long week. All right. I think that's everybody. If not, they should have messaged me before now. All right. We are going to have so much fun.
Oh.
All right, so first thing we're going to do is we are going to go over the waxes that I used, and then we're going to pour the 5-inch, 3-inch, and 8-inch lattices, and then while they're cooling, we're going to do all the crusts. And then I'll tell you about the wicks and all that stuff. So the waxes that I'm going to be using today, all right, I'm sharing my screen, and if you can't see me maximize, just double click my picture and it should pop me right open. All right. Pie crust. Let's do pie crust first. So pie crust is 46.25.
$46.25, you said? Okay.
Yeah, 46.25. The max fragrance is 6%, but I only go about 3 to 4% on the crusts. I'll tell you a little bit later why. When I actually do the crust. Pour temp 180. So it's fairly accurate. In between 170 and 190 is good. Melt point's 142. And now let me tell you about the alternatives that you can use to the 46.25. Any refined paraffin and or refined paraffin, actually I learned this this week. Any refined or unrefined paraffin is good to use as long as the melt point is above 130, 135. If you go to Candlewick, which is one of my all-time favorite places to go, which kind of sucks because Constancia can't buy from there because she's from the Virgin Islands, and they don't send out to the Virgin Islands. Sorry, Constancia. All right, so the paraffin waxes at Candlewick actually go by melt points. They have their melt points on each one right at the top, which is really good. The 126 and the 132 and the 140 are real low melting points. They're softer and more for container candles. Once you get up to the 145 to 160, then you get into the harder waxes, which is what we want.
Did you buy it all?
Did I buy it all?
Yes, I see that it's out of stock.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I need to stop. I don't know. I guess it's good for them, but every time I recommend something, they go out of stock. Because Aztec,
No, there it is.
Aztec, they never used to have a problem, but once I started advertising that that's what I use, everybody started using it, and now I have trouble getting stuff like that. Apple pie was out of stock. But yeah, like, okay, so for example, the new brown. The new brown is the best and only brown that I have found that I actually like for the pies. Candle Science is colorblind. They have no idea what brown looks like. And Aztec, their brown is super, like nuclear. You could literally use it as battery acid.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
All right, so if you're going to be making a lot of pies, I would actually suggest getting an 8-ounce or a 6. I know it's a lot, but get an 8-ounce or 16-ounce of dye of the new brown. Yeah, it's literally the only thing that looks realistic to me as far as the amber color that I try to get for the pies. And nobody else even comes close. The other alternative for paraffin is Hobby Lobby. If you're on a budget, which I was on a budget for a really long time, I used Hobby Lobby and Michael's for their gel wax and paraffin. Looks like this. Comes in a slab of 10. Just regular paraffin. It's like real translucent. Comes and the wax is really, really hard. So in order to break it up, you have to use like a hammer or chisel or something like that. What I usually do is I take a box cutter or a knife and I score it. I score it like this, go like across here, across here, across here, across here, and then I hit against the corner. Mine is the thing that I use is my steps out right outside, and then I just hit it against where I scored it, and then I score it down this way once, and then each piece is approximately 1 pound. That's what I like to do. I don't like to break it up with a hammer because it's really hard to get like an an exact amount. All right. Plus I have 40%, no shipping. Can't beat that. Right? Michael's is next, and their paraffin is different. All right, so I actually have a request in for Michael's Pro. Michael's Pro right here. I have a request because this wax right here is made by Art Minds, and Art Minds has an exclusive contract with Michael's, and they only sell this. That's not it. They only sell this paraffin to Michael's. And that's it. They don't sell it anywhere else, and they don't share the formula on like how it's made and what it's made. It's obviously a blended paraffin. But I wanted to get the ingredients so I could go out to Candle Science or somewhere else and buy in bulk, because this is ridiculous. The $25.99 for 9 pounds. Even with the 20% discount, it's still pretty expensive. And they don't sell this by the bulk either. You can't get like a 40-pound thing. But yeah, so I'm working on it. If you join me, my club or the group, the Facebook group, the Candle Chef Academy, I will keep you guys posted once I know for sure like where else we can get this kind of wax and what the blend is. I will definitely let you know. But this is absolutely perfect for any ice cream, whipped cream that you use on pies. You don't have to do anything to it. It has all the additives. It's like the white is great. The consistency is perfect. You can put it in, it's a hard enough wax, and you can put it in silicone molds. And it melts really nice, and then you can, and it doesn't frost. It doesn't frost a lot. It does frost, but it doesn't frost a lot, which makes me think it's a parasoy, but yeah, that's the wax that I use for the ice cream. And then the gel wax I get from Candlewick. They used to sell the gel wax by the gallon, but they don't anymore. So I recommend, if you're just starting out in food candles, to go to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and use their gel wax. It's a low density gel wax that you get at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. So you can only put a maximum of 3 to 4% fragrance in it. I never get the medium density because the high density is $3 more. So I always get the high density. You can go up to 8%, not 6%, on the high density candle gel wax. Liquid dye rather than block dye works better, although you can use block dye, which I use because I have divorced liquid dye.
You said how much percent for the gel wax again? Percent of
Maximum of 8% for the high density, maximum of 6% for the medium,
Okay.
maximum of 4% for the low. And like I always say in class, those percentages are a speed limit. You don't have to put 6% in there. It's just up to that amount is recommended. You can even put even more in as long as you wick test and test and test and make sure that there's no carbon emissions, no carbon smoke, there's no like fires, and the wick burns okay and doesn't snuff out. You can do your own testing, because a lot of combinations of waxes and fragrances make the consistency of the wax different, and make the wax absorb the fragrance oil differently. So it's not always the same. I just found out that you can also get gel wax. So if they're out on Candlewick, you can also get it at Aztec. Some of the other suppliers I really like is Nature's Garden. Nature's Garden actually has an archive blog. And if you go through the archive blog, you can actually find out super good. Yeah, I have yet to find a better information source for Vibar and stearic acid, mineral oil. It has information on all the different additives. It has the percentages that you use, how much you use, what happens. It even has what happens if you put too much or too little. But Nature's Garden has the best info on the candle additives. And I just got their block dyes for the first time, and I actually like them. Their shipping is better than Candlewick and Candle Science, and I actually like the block dyes here.
Is somebody better than Candle Science?
I hate Candle Science.
Really? Because I swear I think Candle Science is Jimmy John's. I think they own the same people. I ordered today, get my stuff in 2 days, a day. Sometimes if I order this morning, I get my stuff tomorrow.
Now, okay, there's things I like about Candle Science, and there's things I don't. I don't like the product. I love the shipping. I absolutely love the videos, the information. If you are wanting to learn about candle making and waxes and all that, there's no better place to go than the Candle Science videos. And I actually use it as a reference to look up like all my melt points, all my pour temperatures and all that. But as far as their brown, all the stuff that I like, their food fragrances, they're brown, they're yellow, and the paraffin and the soy, I don't like. The shipping's fast, but you're gonna pay an arm and a leg for it, and maybe a couple other fingers and a nose and a ear.
It's everything else. It's expensive. It is expensive.
It hasn't been that expensive yet. So
It is.
maybe I got lucky.
Candle Science, they have added, within the last couple months, they have added a first class. So if I'm only picking up like 1 or 2 items like block dyes or something like that, I'll get that and do the first class. They used to not have the first class. They used to charge you like $21.
Right.
Oh, you want this 1 block of brown dye for $4? You can get it shipped to you for $21. No, thank you. All right, so Nature's Garden is a good one, and then Flaming Candle. They're okay. Their shipping right now is they're behind. Wait. I must not have it bookmarked. Aztec is where I get all my fragrances, as I like sweet. I like things that are sweet, and all their sweet stuff in the food section is absolutely on point, and I love it. They also have zinc core wicks. So if you're a zinc core fan, you can get the zinc core at Aztec. You can't get zinc core at Candle Science, but you can also get it at Candlewick. So Candlewick and Aztec are good places to go for zinc core. If you can't go to either one of those, then eBay. All you have to do is look up every zinc core wick has 3 numbers attached to it, and the ones that I use is 50, either 51 or 52 for the first number, 32 or 34 for the second number, and the third number is always 18. That's the go-to for my medium candles, and then I'll wick up or down based on my testing. Yeah, so let's see. Anything else? I need to start making a checklist. Somebody told me that about 3 classes ago. Make a checklist. I still haven't done it yet.
Oh yeah, the brushes.
Brushes?
Yeah.
Oh, I just got my pack from the dollar store.
Got you.
Yeah, if you get a variety of brushes, oh, let me stop sharing.
It'd be just a painting brushes.
Yeah, let me actually show you. So you can get the little pack from the dollar store that has like the little tiny ones.
Okay.
You can this is also from the dollar store. They have the bigger ones. You'll need this for the crust. And then I just picked up this pack. This was like $6 at Michael's. And it has a whole bunch of sponges. So if you are artistic, this would be a good, like getting sponges, getting different kinds of brush tips, like the fan. The fan gives you a certain type of look. The little tiny ones let you get the details and the highlights, and the bigger ones are really good for blending. Today we're going to use Eco 2 or Eco 4 wicks, because and the zinc 51, 32, 18s. So I'm going to use the Eco 2 in the 3-inch pies, the Eco 4 in the 5-inch pies, and the Eco or the zinc cores in the 8-inch.
Question, I do not know if you said it when I was not here. The zinc, is it a must for gel wax?
Okay, so the zinc, the reason why people put zinc core wicks into the gel wax is because it burns hotter. And gel wax has the highest melt point out of all the waxes. You can also use hemp wicks in gel. Hemp actually burns hotter than the cotton. But if you use just cotton, you run the risk of a really small flame and it just going out by itself all the time.
Okay.
All right. So for the crumble, all you have to do, get my pretty face in there. All you have to do is do straight paraffin. I sometimes scent it, sometimes don't. I don't. I like to do neutral fragrances in my crust and my crumble, like that will go good with a lot of bakery stuff, like cinnamon, vanilla, Grandma's Kitchen. Actually, those 3. I use one or a combination of those 3. It's a secret formula. It's like the baked beans commercial. So it's just straight paraffin, and all you have to do is just put it in a container. And then once it develops a film on it, just take a spoon or a fork and just keep moving it around. Break up the bigger pieces and try not to get them too small, because you want a variety of small and large so it looks better. And you just keep moving it around until it completely cools. Literally completely cools, because if you stop and it's just a little tiny bit warm, when you wake up in the morning, this is all going to be like one big hard lump.
Wow.
But if you keep moving it and working it until it's 100% cool, then you can leave it out and it'll stay a crumble. Like this. And then also a little trick, a tip. When you're using your crumble, don't go all the way down to the bottom. When you're about half empty, take your wax and just pour more into it. And the crumble that's already in there is going to make the new wax, the new hot wax, cool down a lot faster. So it's just a little time trick to make it go faster. And then if you do that, you'll never run out of crumble. And we are going to make blackberry crumble pie, and I'm going to make it all from hand in this.
Okay.
Sabrina's like, yes.
I'm excited. I've been waiting a long time.
Yeah. All right. So that's how you do the crumble. I'll show you how to do the pie crusts. All right, so I make these silicone molds for pie crusts, and yeah, they're Candle Chef. I put my little initials in there. This is my personal one. So like when I do flea markets and stuff like that. Anyway,
I
so
wonder, how did you do that?
I make the silicone molds, and when you get a silicone mold for like a bowl or a cupcake, what you'll want to do is split it down the sides
Okay.
to be able to get it out better and not have it break like every time you try to get it out. So when you split it, it's best to use a long bladed knife. Where's my knife? I use this a lot in all my candle making. Get one of these pocket knives, and what you do is you slide it down the side, and then make the point hit the bottom, and then in one swipe you go like that motion, and you don't want to do like a hacking or a sawing motion, because you'll get little tiny splits, and it won't seal right when you put rubber bands on them. So then when you go to fill it up, all you have to do is put the rubber band on there first. And it seals it. And then you put your wax in there. and then you take it out. The splits will really help. Sometimes if the silicone mold is thin enough, sometimes you don't need to split it. I have one that's really thin and I don't have to split it. I didn't have to split it. I can get it out pretty easy. So that's the silicone molds. I don't have those available on my website yet because I had a copyright issue and I had to design new crust, which this is my new crust that I designed. It looks more handmade than the other one. And this is the 8-inch, and I'm still working on the 5-inch lattice. So those will be available soon, very soon.
How soon?
The 5-inch pie, you can actually do a custom order now. If you guys just send me a message if you want one, I'll send the custom orders through Shopify to your email, and I can make one for you. I just don't have like pictures, and I don't have the product finalized to list it yet. And then these are the molds that I use for the embeds.
That's awesome.
Great. What color is that?
All right, so I started out with a navy blue, and then I put like a burgundy in there, and then I put black in there.
Yeah.
So it's like a navy blue, black, burgundy. But it looks, I need to get it just a little bit darker, and it's like perfect.
Looks good.
From here, it looks really good.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so when you guys order, I have something on the website called custom. It's just a custom silicone mold, and you can request anything under like an inch that I can get at the store. Cherries, strawberries, blackberries, boysenberries, anything that is less than an inch. You can get candies, chocolates, M&Ms, candy bars, all that stuff, cookies, any kind of cookies, any kind of cereal you want. But yeah, if it's under an inch, I have two different sizes. I have a small and a large. The small is 15 ounces of silicone used, and the large is, actually, I think it's like 10 and 20. Yeah, I think it's 10 ounces and 20 ounces. But it's basically a square and a rectangle. Rectangle, you get a lot more. The large one, you get a lot more cavities. But if you don't need all the cavities, you can get a small one. But I like the cavities. The whole reason why I started making the silicone molds is because like some of the molds that I got off of Etsy were these little itty bitty round ones.
Yes.
And for the I actually started selling embeds on those molds. And somebody would say, "Hey, can I get a pound of raspberries?" And I had to make like 6 at a time. Try making a pound of raspberries 6 at a time. That'll make you go nuts. But now that I make silicone molds, my very first silicone mold, the embed that actually drove me the nuts the most was the Oreos. Because the Oreos, you have to triple pour. You have to pour the cookie first, then you have to pour the white, and then you have to triple pour.
I'm still trying to mess.
And I had a silicone mold for 4 of them. And when people would ask for like a whole bunch, I was, oh my God. I'll show you guys my first silicone mold. Aha, there it is. I was like, no way am I sitting around for 8 hours getting 1 pound. I'm making this bad boy.
Wow.
I was like, yeah. And then I figured out how much I spent making this, and I was like, okay, let's just stop it there. And I started making the smaller ones because silicone's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
And then, yeah, okay. And then I have the silicone mold for the 8-inch by them that I actually already released 2 days ago. All right, so 3-inch pie.
8-inch.
What's that?
You're speaking about the silicone mold, the 8-inch?
I heard silicone mold. What else did you say?
Do you the 8-inch pie crust?
Yes, I released that about 2 days ago. It's on the website now.
Is it available?
Yes. Yes, I have the silicone right there. So okay, how I do my silicone mold is I have a medium flexibility and a high flexibility. The high flexibility is pretty much the highest quality silicone you can get on the market right now. It's Dragon Skin 10 NV, and it's really high flexible, high durability silicone. So I use those for my pie crusts because those are hard to get out. I use it for my my cupcakes now. I used to do it with blue, but I switched over to the clear because the cupcakes were just too hard to get out with the blue, and I had to like split it almost 4 ways. But pretty much the flat ones are blue, and then anything that has like a bowl or height to it, I use the clearish silicone, the high flexibility. All right. So what I'm going to use for the crust on this one is paraffin wax. Paraffin wax, when you heat it up, it's pliable. When it's cooling down, it's pliable. You can move it around, you can work with it. So that's what I'm going to use. And we're going to be filling this up about right here. And then putting crumble on it, the blackberries, some ice cream scoops, some melted ice cream, some blackberry gel. And the only crust part of the crust that's going to be seen is on the outside. So I really don't mind if we have this filled up. I'm going to scent it blackberry. So if I do get it filled up, it's already smells like blackberry. So we're going to do that. So you get your 4625 and you put it in your small container.
Okay.
This is actually 4625, but I put a little tiny bit of brown in it. Brown, I use just like a half a corner of the dye block brown, not the new brown liquid. There's difference. But that's how I get all my creamish tan look, is just a little tiny bit of brown. Blackberry, where are you?
While he's looking for that B, do you make any of those candles?
No, but I'm
Oh,
going
okay.
to.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to eventually, hopefully.
My community is really weird on dessert candles and stuff.
I know there is a huge bias about it. A lot of I'm going to say basic candle makers
Yes,
honestly believe that candles should not resemble food.
I know.
Or
I know.
it,
I
it,
know.
it's okay. I can
It's
be a
actually
little.
illegal in the UK.
What?
It's actually illegal in the UK. It's illegal and like
Oh,
food.
in the UK, you say, oh, for real?
Yeah. Nothing can resemble food if it's not food.
Oh.
So places like the UK and some parts of Asia, they can't buy from me because it's illegal to import it.
Wow. Huh.
Because we can't trust people. They can't trust the people to
Not eat it.
But you know what? I'm not even gonna be like that.
Mine says do not, not
Let me
edible.
tell you.
I do stick that on there.
I've had a kid that got melts from the oldest kid, and she licked the melt. And I've had my mom to dig out the soy candle and use it to massage her hands and her feet, even though it's not like massage candle. And I was trying to get her to understand the percentage of oil that's in this soy is not the same as a massage candle, Mom. Okay.
Yeah.
And the dessert candles that I've been just, showing my friends and my family, they have always been like, that looks good enough to eat. But they have that look in their eye, like if I give it to them or sell it to them, that they're going to at least try it.
Yeah.
So
for the, sorry to interrupt, I got a step I got to show you.
Go ahead. We just was talking while you were back there looking. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually glad you guys are talking because like 2 classes ago, nobody talked throughout the whole thing. And nobody had their video up either. So I was like checking like about every 5 minutes. Everybody
AJ, I always have my video up, but right now I'm having lunch.
Oh, okay.
That's why my video's down.
I like to see. I like to put a name to a face.
Right, and I'm back and forth cooking, so.
So what I do for my crust is I do cinnamon and vanilla. And the only reason you see Candle Science on there is because Aztec was out. And I wanted it fast. But I usually put about 3%. And because I use less than the max, I don't wait it. I do what a cook does. A pinch of this and a pinch of that.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough for you to smell cinnamon and vanilla underneath the main pie fragrance. So when you're using black dye, yeah. When you're using black dye, get your knife, and normally you just scrape it. I usually scrape it about maybe 20, 30 times. And there's a learning curve to making colors with block dye. You have to know, you have to kind of like You have to experience it because I can't just say it's not as easy as liquid dye where I'm like, okay, do 3 drops per pound. I usually do scrapes unless I want a dark color and I do a corner. And if I want a really dark corner, I'll do like 2 corners. Normally, if I didn't paint the if I didn't paint the crust, like if you're not going to paint the crust, I would actually put a little bit more brown in there so you can get a darker color. Because the colors that I do are pretty light for the crusts, but I like it that way because I can always paint on darker, but I can't paint on lighter.
So basically, the silicone mold with dye takes away the painting step.
Yeah, well, if you don't want to paint, I will never do that because my goal for every candle is to make it better than my last candle. That's my goal for every candle.
So how long does it stay in that silicone mold before it forms?
Probably about 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
If you feel it and it's a little warm, I would not take it out. Like it depends on what the silicone mold is. If you have a flat mold and you're just taking out blueberries or something like cherries that are really easy to pop out, you can pop them out when they're warm. But something that's harder to get out of the mold, like the cupcakes and the crusts, I would wait until it's all the way cool.
Okay.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, the silicone molds are expensive. And if you only have one, which is what I had for the longest time, I actually only started making more. I only had more than one about 2 months ago, about a month and a half ago. So if you're waiting an hour and 15 minutes for it to cool and then it breaks on you, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, it is.
Let me show you the easiest way to calculate fragrance. All right, so after you paint it, it looks like this. I'm gonna show you the painting. I'm just gonna pour this so I can show you, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can show you how to easily measure your fragrance and get this cooling. All right, I use a lot of these tins and food candles because in food candles, it's not just pour and walk away. There's a lot of steps in food candles. You got all different kinds of colors. You got different textures, different steps and different waxes. So that's why I like to use the tins for food candles. And because you're dealing with a lot of different volumes, this is the best and easiest way to do it. So you always go by weight, not volume. You put your container on there, zero it out. I already know how many ounces I need in this, but if you don't, you can actually put rice in there and then weigh the rice, and it's the same amount as what you would put in the crust. We're gonna put about six ounces of wax in here. never mind. We're gonna put 4 ounces. I was wrong. All right, so then now that we have 4 ounces, we take, actually it's 4.02, and you times it by the percent that you want. I want 3% of the cinnamon, oh wait, no, blackberry. And I'm using, this is paraffin, so it's a max of 8%. For the pie filling,
Visitor from Bethlehem triggered added to cart.
Oh,
Visitor from
hold on.
Bethlehem triggered added to cart.
pie filling, I like to do the max.
Okay.
And actually, I do a little bit more than the max, because I don't have to worry about the sweating. It's always underneath something, the embeds and the gel wax and the ice cream and all that stuff. So I have 4.02 and I times it by, I'm going to do 9%, times 0.9. Actually, nope. Times 0.09, 9% equals. All right, so I need to put in 0.36 of fragrance. So then you zero the scale out again. Put 0.36 fragrance, and that's the wrong fragrance. And there you go. You have the perfect amount of fragrance, and you're not wasting, you're not like making a whole pound of wax, and you don't have to like save it for later. The easiest way to do it, just weigh your wax, times it by the percent, and that's how much fragrance you use. All right, so I'm gonna do some navy blue. I'm gonna do some red. And I'm doing the navy blue in liquid dye because I want the navy blue on the bottom, and I'm doing the red in the black dye because I want the red to be on the top. If you mix it all the way up, then all you get is like a purple, just straight purple. But I don't want purple. I want the blue to be seen. I want the red to be seen, and it'll be like a real rich, dark red. All right, we're gonna put our wicks in there, which is, we got a 5-inch wicks, or 5-inch pie. So I mentioned this earlier. Who can tell me which wick this is?
It's a 2.
4.
Oh,
Yeah.
The wick.
Eco
Oh,
4.
yeah. Oh, it's an eco 4?
Mhm.
yes.
I was thinking he
Couldn't get
said.
my thing unmuted. You said an Eco 4 for the 5-inch, right?
Okay.
Yes.
How you mute the video? Because I gotta go get my grandma grandson. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, so I usually use 2 wicks, about 1.5 inches that way and 1.5 inches that way. And that's if I use 2 a little small ice cream dollops. If I use a big ice cream dollop in the middle, then I usually wick up to an Eco 6 or an 8 and only do 1 in the middle. And so just to let you know, it's not going to burn like a normal container candle. You're going to get portions of this where it's not going to burn. Like the outsides of the crust is not going to burn. But I actually value aesthetics more than I do the burn, how it looks when it burns, because most of my clients, they never burn my candles.
Right.
I'll contact somebody and be like, hey, it's been 6 months since you got a candle. I haven't burned the last one. It's still right here. I'm like, burn and turn, burn and turn.
And mom's has one of your first cheesecake candles.
What's that?
I said my mom's has one of your first cheesecake candles. I bought it for a birthday in May this year.
Oh wow, that must have been when I was in on Etsy.
I think that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
It's like a strawberry chocolate cheesecake. She's never gonna burn it.
She got that one.
It's still in the package and everything. It still smells good too.
Oh, she got. Oh, I'll show you guys which one she got. That's the artisan one that I actually made a YouTube video on.
Yeah.
It was one of a kind. I never made it again.
She won't even let me buy it back. Like I want it. Since I've been coming to class, like I want it now. She loves it. You did really well.
Let's see. Where did I put it? Oh, hold on. Cheesecakes. Artisan. There it is. I'm sharing my screen. That one?
Yeah, that's what she has.
Wow.
That's it?
That is beautiful.
I had so much fun doing this. I didn't make any of this cheesecake with a mold. The only thing I use a mold for is the strawberries. So
Wow.
I made the chocolate in the middle. I made it look like it was like both vanilla and chocolate. I marbled it right here on the side, so when you do burn it, it'll have like a multicolor. I made the little chocolate and I like wrapped it around this is paraffin wax right here. These are just little paraffin blocks made to look like little brownies. I made this little cup. I put paraffin, 2 different colors of paraffin in a little cup and put that there. But yeah, I really like that one. I can't believe it was your mom that got it.
She's never gonna burn it.
It's too beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of my customers, they never burn it. So I'm old. Just Just tell me when I start ranting and raving and get off point. What was I talking about?
Yeah, you better write it down.
Yeah, I need to get a checklist. All right. Let me continue to work on the crust.
Mhm.
And with this, when this is like got a skin on it, I'm gonna push it up with a spoon, and then I'm gonna do something different. Probably get a cookie sheet and measure this out for the outer rim. All right, now for the cool part, the next level part. So I'm constantly updating and improving on my methods of painting. So if you guys seen a video in the past, just forget it. Get it out of your mind because this is the new way. All right, you're gonna need those brushes. You're gonna need a small brush. You're gonna need a small brush like this and a large brush.
Okay.
You're gonna need one container of new brown and one container of yellow.
Mm.
All right. Let's do one of these. Put this over here. All right. So the first thing you do is you get your new brown on your small brush, and you have one paper towel for your brown and one paper towel for your yellow. And you don't put brown on this brush and you don't put yellow on this brush. So you wipe it off just a little bit, just so you don't have like too much new brown on the little brush. And then you start with the edges.
Mm.
Don't worry, it's all gonna come together. You're probably like, that looks like crap. But it has so much time painting hundreds of these to perfect it. And so what happens is when you put the yellow on, it blends in with the new brown and makes it the golden amber color that you see in the pictures.
Mm.
All right, right now I'm getting the general highlights. After I do the yellow, I'll do the detailed highlights. What you want to do is you want to run your paintbrush along the ridges here. You don't want to get inside the little dips. You just want to run it across the ridges. All right. For the middle part, don't dip because you want a real light a light highlight in here, and you want to do the darker ones later. And anywhere where there's a crisscross is where you're highlighting. Okay, I have another one here. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right, I have the general highlights. Now we go for the bigger brush, and we dip it in yellow. Make sure you don't have too much on there. It takes 3 days for this to cure, at least.
It's a long time in there.
Yes. You can do it right away. It's just you have to be super careful of the colors that you use, because if you're wanting to just white, it's not going to work because the dye is still runny and it's going to get into your pie color.
Well, that's good to know. So I have to reserve a whole day for painting.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure this out.
Yes.
That looks really good.
It does. I was gonna say that's good right there. I've been left it and started letting it start. It's process. Ooh.
All right. I got the yellow on there, and now to do the extreme highlights. So this is why I really, really like the new brown, is because when you mix new brown with yellow, it automatically makes the perfect golden color. Any other brown that I've used, from Aztec, from Candle Science, from Nature's Garden, every other brown I've used, it does not it makes it look burnt rather than golden brown. So I'm trying to get a view where my webcam does.
I can see
I think that's
really
good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anytime there's a raised surface, that's where I'm highlighting. As you lightly brush over the bumps, I designed this crust with the little crumbs. The little crumbs actually stick out, and you can run your brush along the crumbs, and it looks like the crumbs are cooked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read this.
Then all there is to do is blend it in so it doesn't look like you have really dark spots on there. I say all you have to do, like it's easy, and for some people, for some people who are not artistically, you know, adept, this might be a little challenging for you, and I understand that. That's why I'm trying to get a really good view so you can kind of rewind and fast forward and pause when you go over this, go over the video. Yeah.
So in 3 days time, it's changing.
3 days, it'll look like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this has already been curing for 3 days. All right, so that's your tutorial on painting with candle dye. And I've tried acrylic, doesn't work. I've tried oil paint, doesn't work. And I think it's actually toxic. But candle dye it works the best. The only problem is it's messy as heck. Messy as all out. So normally I use these. I use these little rubber fingertips.
Where'd you get him?
Or rubber gloves. Those work. All right, so I'm gonna get my spoon.
I don't think he heard you.
What'd you say?
Am I muted? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Those little fingertip things, where'd you get those?
Oh, I got those at Michael's.
Michael's, okay.
Yep.
They have a lot of stuff.
I love Michael's. I go there. Michael's is just like Walmart. I mean, where you go in, expecting you're gonna spend $20.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go to Michael's.
Especially Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby with the 40%.
Yeah.
Or like when Michael's has the 20% purchase or off everything, and you're like, oh, I better get everything now. What am I gonna need 8 months from now? All right, so I'm gonna get my spoon here. I'm just gonna like consistently work on this during class. Hopefully I'll be done. Wait. Oh, it's time for the embeds. Time for the embeds on the 5-inch blackberry pie. So I like to put my embeds in when while it's cooling, while the pie is cooling. because you can stick the embeds in. Yeah. In the wax. And you don't have to just set it right on top.
Okay.
And one thing I love about food candles, rather than container candles, is the messier it get, it's okay. Food is messy.
Mm-hmm.
With container candles, you have to be like precise and exact on every
Right.
single one. Food candles is not that way. You can get creative. You can get messy. And because you can always tweak it and fix it with your magic maker.
Mm-hmm. He gone.
This is a magic maker when it comes to food candles. It melts your ice cream. You just have to be careful because we got dye on here, we got embeds, we got, so we just have to be a little careful. All right. Okay, time for the crumble. Actually, I'm gonna put one more on here so it sticks out from the crumble.
Those are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Hey. Hold on, let me pause.
All right, and then we're gonna do like a red with a little tiny blue for the gel wax. And gel wax, you want to heat it up to right around about 210. You're gonna heat the gel wax up about 210, right about 190. Yeah, right around there is the melting point, and you'll get a consistency like corn syrup. You don't want it watery or it's way too hot. The exact temperature is like 192 to 195. But I'd rather you go by feel than by temperature. If you can pour it, gel wax and food candles, if you can pour it, it's cool enough. That's the only requirement in food candles for gel wax is, are you able to pour it? Yep. Okay, it's warm enough. We're gonna use a red, dark red. So I'm gonna use a lot. Actually, even more. I really want a really dark. Oh, how's your tummy? Yeah. Say, hey chef, I can't see. All I can see is your beautiful face. All right, so I'm actually gonna mix this first because I don't want a purple. I want a red and a blue. I don't want like a solid color. I like the darker red in with the lighter red. All right. This is gonna take some skill. Trying to get one drop out of here without a dropper. Ah, I got two. Ah, I got two again. All right, so I don't want to mix it because it'll be purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my skewer and just go where the drop is and then move it around. Okay, that's actually all I'm going to do with that. I have high density, so fragrance is 8%. Look at that color. Isn't that like perfect color?
Oh, that's pretty. Boy.
Okay. So we got crumble on the bottom, and then now I'm gonna put like the bigger crumbs on the bottom. Now I'm gonna put the the smaller crumbs on top. Oh my God, that looks so good. It smells good too. I just got, somebody asked me, a customer of mine asked me for blackberries. Was that you, B?
I'm
Sabrina?
coming. I'm getting blackberries,
Yeah.
blueberries, raspberries.
I think it was you that actually requested me to get blackberries a while ago. Or
It may
asked
have
me to
been.
get
It
them.
may have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta put an order in too.
All right.
I'm in love with those blackberries. Those are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Love them, love them, love them.
They are.
They're so big too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw them at the grocery store and I was like, yep.
I
I'm
don't
like a
think-
kid. I'm like a kid in the candy store at the grocery store. And if you knew what I was thinking in a grocery store, you wouldn't want to like walk by me and just me blurt it out. Cause I'm like, yep, I want to mold that. I want to mold that. I want to mold that. I want to mold that.
That's how I am with vessels. It's like everything I see, I want to like put a wick in it.
Yeah. Somebody on DIY the other day was like, thanks guys. Now I can't look at a dessert and not look for the wick. And I was like, well, to be fair, I can't look at a dessert and not think of how I can turn it into a candle.
Right.
All right, so since this is so beautiful, I'm actually not even gonna put two ice cream things on here. I'm just gonna put one. And when you put ice cream on these, it's good to put the little edges, the rim on the outside. Since I'm only going to do one, I'm going to just make it look like we put a little scoop right there on the side. And then now, all we have to do is put the melted ice cream on there and clip, and we're done. So for the ice cream scoop, you can either order the ice cream scoops from me, I sell them by the pound. So you can get the small ones or the large ones. Or you can get the silicone. If you want to make your own, you can get the silicone mold. I have the small and the large. The large is only one, but I actually have a silicone mold that I make. I have the model for an 8. It has 8. It's really large. It has 8 spots for 8 different ice cream scoops.
Oh, that's kind of cool too.
Wow.
And then if you do get the silicone mold, just use the Michael's paraffin for the ice cream and the melted ice cream. If you don't have the Michael's by you, the alternative for ice cream is 70% paraffin, 30% soy. Can be any soy, 415, 444, 446, any soy. And then white dye chips. That would be the closest thing you can get to the Michael's paraffin.
Where do you get white dye chips?
I get mine at Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Yep. I really like, if you're at Hobby Lobby and you want to get the dye chips out there, they're super concentrated. I actually used the blue the other day and I actually really loved it. So I recommend them.
Now, do you put faux in your scoops, your ice cream scoops?
Yes, I use buttercream. I use buttercream for all my ice cream and whipped cream and whipped cream dollops, everything. So because it smells just like ice cream and it has like a sweet bakery smell, so it goes good with the pies, goes good with the ice cream, the sundaes, and all that stuff. So I always do buttercream. And the buttercream that I use Aztecs because they actually smell different from different places.
Yeah, I like Aztecs buttercream as well.
All right, so on the whipped cream, it's just Michael's, and you don't have to get this. But what I do to enhance my pie filling, pie crusts, and ice cream, and the melted ice cream, and not the crumble, but crumble always has to be 100% paraffin. But I sometimes enhance my waxes by putting a little 6006 in there. 6006. I don't know what it is about 6006, but every time I put 6006 in there, it has an awesome cold throw, decent hot throw, but a cold throw, you cannot beat 6006 on the cold throw. And with designer and decorative candles, I value the cold throw more than I do the hot throw.
Most do.
Yeah.
And 6006 is paraffin, I thought. Okay.
It's parasoy, yeah. It's like
I have that wax, and I was wondering if I put a little in my soy candle, would it make a difference in my hot throw?
so much
It
different.
will. Difference
It will, yeah.
Because I use 464, and while I do get a good hot throw, I was very nervous because I really didn't think I did. But all my customers have always had great reviews about my candles. But I have some 6006, but I was wondering if I put a little dollop in it, would it make a difference in my hot throw?
It'd make a big difference.
And your wick too.
I'm gonna test it out then.
I do 80-20, 6 and 464 and 606.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And it's excellent.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here just going over it in my head for a few days. Like, dang, I should try it. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, yeah, I should.
No,
I'm like, nah.
It's really
It's
good.
a candle group and nobody's wrong.
I had asked in the candle group and nobody responded, so I said forget it. So I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I got this whole big 10-pound block that I have not even cut.
Mm.
You know how I found out? I didn't know what 6006 was.
Right.
And I ordered
I did.
40 pounds of it. Thinking it was something else.
Wow.
That was a good buy though.
Yeah.
I got 40 pounds of it. And then I was like, oh shit, what the hell am I going to do with this? This isn't I can't use this for embeds. I thought I could use it for embeds. Nope.
See, this is my combination with, I have read it with 6006 and 464.
Mhm.
What percent do you use?
It depends.
Oh.
I use 80-20, 60-40, and 50-50.
Yeah, I like the 80-20.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I
I'm
have it
definitely
already if it is 1 pound, if it's 2, if it's 3, so I have my calculations already.
right. That
So
makes
do you
sense.
burn 606 up to what's your maximum burn usually for that one? Would you since you mix it? Like you can still go the highest temperature. I usually go
185 or higher.
Mhm. Yeah,
I do 180.
yeah.
I normally go to 180.
I do
But
too.
yeah, because I do
I have
have
180. I put the FO at 160 and I pour at
Yeah.
135.
Oh, you pour
okay.
135. I pour 150. Okay, okay.
I pour 135 and my tops are smooth.
Smooth.
Yeah,
Okay.
the tops are so smooth with that.
Thank you.
I was wondering because I was gonna I was mixing some fragrances trying to find some stuff that might smell good
I'm
together.
sorry, Chef. What degree is that for to make it look like it's melting?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Michaels paraffin, and I like it to be about 5 to 10 degrees above the melt point.
So,
And you can tell when it gets to that point because it leaves a film on the side when it touches it. It's like white. Or you can measure it with a little infrared thermostat. I like to go by feel, but if you want to be exact,
That'll be like 160.
it's about 5 degrees higher than the melt point.
Oh, fine. Okay.
okay, cool.
Usually about 130, 135. So when I pour on, I'm gonna have to remember this. I think this is the first time I've used this combination of red and blue. I really like that.
It's pretty. It's really pretty.
It gives it a better red hue.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to remember that. This is the first time I've actually made a blackberry pie, so, and it smells awesome.
Very good.
I think I'm gonna do a free giveaway on this one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll probably go on to Chem Chef Academy and do a little free giveaway. I'll do 2 of them because I have another one right here. That's not finished yet.
Excuse my husband in the background. I'm on mute because he's playing the video game.
Oh, that's all right.
He hollering like he crazy.
All right, so it's the first time I'm doing this, so I'm kind of experimenting. And I don't like it. All right, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna get a cookie sheet and I'm gonna do a thin layer. I'm gonna do a thin layer of paraffin on the cookie sheet, and then I'm gonna lift it up and I'm gonna just cut it, put it on, kind of like you do with dough. I'm gonna set this aside for now. The pie filling that you use is, it can be anything. It can be anything using your favorite wax. You can use 6006, you can use soy, you can use paraffin. It does not matter what type of wax that you use. Although I would suggest using a parasoy or a paraffin if you want a really strong throw. And also you want a high melt point if you're shipping to California, a long distances. I would use the paraffin because then you have less chances of it melting in the truck. I always put a little tiny bit of 6006 in it just to enhance it. And the color, you just throw it in there. It doesn't really matter because when you melt this, it's going to have a real rich yellow, brown, amber, and then this will be like a secondary color that comes up. What I do is I just fill up the pie crusts. This is for the lattice toppers. I fill up the pie tin, let it set, let it harden. I poke it in the middle of cooling. I poke it with a wooden skewer, and that is for the wick holes. Since I use 6006 and a lot of paraffin, this one is a lot of paraffin and 6006. I'm going to use a zinc core wick, and since it's almost 3 pounds of wax, so it's a lot of wax. Where's my zinc core? There we go. All right, so for zinc cores, small, medium, and large is what I use. And then you can wick up or wick down from these numbers. But it's 50, 51, 32, 18 is the medium, 44, 32, 8, actually. Uh, 44, 24, 18 is the small that I use. And if I wick up, then I go to a 62, 52, 18. And it has fairly large flame and a really large melt pool. So it has to be a lot of wax or a big, something big for me to wick up to a 62. All this stuff is easy, right? You guys got this. I want to see you guys' creations. You guys start making pies. I want to see them.
Okay.
I love seeing everybody's creations.
I think I have like 3 candles worth of gel left. And that's what's back there in that pot. It's been melting since class started and it's still not melted.
Oh yeah, you were having problems with that melting, right?
Yeah, it gets up to like, before it's actually liquid, like so you could put like a chip dye in it, it's 275. I didn't know if that was right or not.
I think something's
But
wrong.
before the gel wax completely liquefies, it's around 250 to 275 No joke.
Wow.
Something's off here.
Like at one, like at 190 or 200, it's still a big clump, like right in the middle. But like if I do the sides may say 225, but the middle be like 100 and something. You can see. I get the bowl and
The middle will be what?
like a solid lump.
Huh. Unless it's the pot or something like that, it's getting hot around the edges and not in the inside. That's
Now that kind of makes sense.
it's sort of like my old fashioned crock pot.
You probably can't see that.
I got the generic one from Michael's, I think, but it does pretty good. I'm just not good with gel wax. Oh, you go to 275.
Right now it's at like 226.
Mm.
And I mean, I can pour it, but it's not completely liquefied.
Liquefied. Hmm.
All right, so this is saying 275.
Yeah.
And this one's saying 200.
I have the high density wax, and I think that you told me to get it from, I think I got it from Candlewick. I may have gotten it. No, I think I got it from Candlewick.
Okay.
It may have been Candle and Supplies. I don't know. I got so much stuff.
Gel can safely be poured at 200 degrees over the
Right.
heads without melting the streamers. Okay, so I got my numbers wrong. So it's 275 for the melt point and then 200 for the pour.
Well, yeah, you said 200 for the pour, but when you said, you know.
Yeah, I said about 210, something like that.
Yeah, and mix the dye and the fragrance, everything at 200 and kind of pour around that level. So I was thinking that it should be melted around 200, but no, it's the melting point is higher, and then I'm cooling it down.
I'm going crazy.
I told you what it did to me yesterday. Jealous.
Yes, you did. I really like the way you fixed that gel drink candle. I really like how it turned out. The yellow and that kind of like combines into the red.
I don't know what I did.
So when you're melting the gel wax, go up to 275 and then let it cool down to a 200.
Okay, so what wick are you using for the pie?
51, 34, 18.
51, 34, 18.
Or is it 32? $32.
32.
My hole's closed up. Hello, skewers. flavors. All right. Get a new tin or straighten that one out. Let me show you a little trick. You guys went to my drink class. Probably already know this trick. But whenever you use gel wax, get little Tupperware containers. And you don't have to pour and do exactly the amount that you want. You can always save the gel wax, and it's super, super easy to save it in Tupperware. This is my chocolate that I use for my sundaes. And then all you have to do is heat it up next time. You don't have to do the coloring or the fragrance. This works super, super good because you're only putting like maybe 1 or 2 ounces in pie candles. But yeah, I got about 100 of them. And I actually let my gel wax cool. Yeah. This was my cherry for the pie. Alright. Next, I'm gonna set this aside. Let's go ahead and trim this.
Man, that looks good.
It sure does.
Blackberry pie, and I actually might put another blackberry on there because I kind of covered them all. I'm gonna get my little magic maker. Oh my God, that smells so good. It smells just like blackberries. All right, where's my clippers? Key clippers. There they are. So about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna show you how to color the 3-inch and the 5-inch. And then the 5-inch lattice. So yeah. We have a finished blackberry pie. And let me show you something. I'm not only going to show you how to make it, I am going to show you how to present it. Because presentation is everything.
That's what they say.
And package. I'm gonna show you how to package it too. All right. Well, come on, camera. All right, so when you're presenting your candles, you want to get a little section like this, minus the.
You're okay with me.
All right, so you get a little section like this. A little trick you can do is get this marble contact paper, or designed contact paper, and you just put it on like poster board, and you can put it on any surface, and you can transform any surface into a really nice looking area. Poster boards are perfect for it. I have poster board on the back. I have little props. I got a box full of props. Yes, like just props like this stuff, fake flowers. This is for like my spiced line. Yeah. These are like $10 at Hobby Lobby with the 40% discount.
Mine for 3.
And as a bonus, I want to show you guys. This is the order going out.
That's cute. Those look so real. I said, now he went and got some real cupcakes.
I really like the little flower on this one.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful.
All right. Once you get a section set up, lighting. Super, super important. So 10 years ago, I got this tri-light for my living room.
Oh, I was throwing mine away.
I put all 3 different kinds of lights in these, and I put the soft lights and then the halogen lights, so I get the brightness and I get the softness. Multi lights are good when you're taking pictures, and then also I kind of rigged this. So if you go on Amazon and get a light, one of those light boxes, or you can just get a strip. But this is just an LED strip.
Oh.
And when you're doing when you put this up against, when you put the LED strips against your candles, especially the glass ones like the drink candles, all those different lights show up, and it makes the picture like freaking awesome. Freaking awesome.
Okay.
So you want to get a little area set up for pictures. You want to get the background and the ground decorated. You want to get lighting. I'm a cheapskate, so I spent $10 on my light, and it works just fine.
Yeah.
I like it.
Take a picture.
So,
Got to take a break.
and then look what I got. It's for the 5-inch pie.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Uh-huh.
I love it.
You
I
did
saw this
good.
at Publix and I was like, oh, what?
I gotta get it.
Oh my God, that looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm excited. And then I got another one. Yeah, I got another one for the 8-inch, but I think I showed you guys that one. Let me show you how to get this out of the silicone mold. I think somebody's watching the video and they're having trouble getting it out of the mold. So I gotta show it on the video or she'll kick my butt. All right, so once you split it, it's easier to open. And then you open with your thumb and finger. Open it, split it, and then put your fingers underneath and lift with your finger and your thumb at the same time. If you only do your fingers, then it'll break by your thumbs. If you only do your thumbs, it'll break by your fingers. So you do both sides. You lift on both sides. And you get your crust. The candle chef crust.
Wow.
But yeah, that's how you get them out of the molds. The 5-inch and the 5-inch and 3-inch open crimp crust are painted just like the 8-inch. You do the brown with the little one. Let me show you where I'm highlighting. So you want to highlight the lattice first. Try to make them all like the same color, same darkness. And you don't need that much because when you start blending with the yellow, you don't want the brown, or you don't want it to be too dark down here. You want the light to show up, which is why I color my crust real light brown. When I start blending this, you're gonna be like, what? You can't do this with any other brown. So when Kendall Wick they were out of new brown for a really long time. They might still be. As soon as I got it in, though, I ordered a pound of that stuff. The outsides, see how small the dots are here on the top?
Yeah.
The outsides, they are going to be bigger because when you cook a crust, it's always darker on the outer edges rather than the middle. I'm not wearing my little fingers. I got to be careful. Okay. So that's a small brush, and now we got going with the big brush with the yellow. And you want to first go around the edges, but you don't want to go this way. You want to go up and down, and you don't want to touch the middle of the highlighted areas, just the sides of the highlighted areas. Okay, and then on the center, you're going to go in a grid. So you're going to go back and forth along with the little gaps here. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then turn it, and then go the other way.
Oh, that looks awesome.
My webcam's not doing it very good justice, but I'll take
Looks good.
pictures and do class pictures afterwards.
It looks nice.
It looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, anytime you do that system with any other brown other than the new brown, it looks like it's burnt rather than cooked.
Mm.
So I'm gonna set this on the rack and let it set for 3 days. For the 5-inch, this is the new style, the home style looking one. But you want to take your brown and you want to highlight just like you did the 8-inch. And you want to stop right about here. Because there's no sense in putting dye
Right.
down here where your pie filling is. So you do general highlights with the brown first. Do the blending with the yellow, blend it in. And then you go back again and do your tiny, like darker highlights after you're done. So, yeah. On the sides, I like to go just stripe it. And then blend. Those little dark spots look like spots coming out of the oven. All right. Any questions on the painting?
No, I love when you do that. That is awesome.
Thank you.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna do a little painting tonight.
There you go.
Mhm.
It's very, very messy. Cookie, when she she took my pie class and she followed along, and her pies turned out, oh my God, they were freaking awesome. I loved them. They turned out so good. Her name's Laurinetta Bayless, and she goes by Cookie, and they were awesome. But every 3 days she'd message me. She goes, I'm getting yellow dye everywhere. I'm still getting yellow dye on my counters. I'm getting yellow dye. It won't come off.
Oh, I just thought about it. I don't have the new brown. I got to do some shopping.
I know.
You guys, okay. So every one of you guys are probably gonna, and whoever watches this video is probably gonna be picking up new brown from Candlewick. So you better get on the site. You know?
They have it
before
right
it's gone.
now. They have it right now.
Yeah. Yep. So, and order a bunch of it because they go out of that a lot.
Yes.
All right, so we did lattice, we did the 5-inch, we did the crumble, we did the 8-inch. The only thing we're waiting on is the 8-inch strawberry gel so I can show you how to attach the toppers to the pies.
Hey, Chef, have you ever done any like strawberry crumble? Like a strawberry shortcake, cheesecake crumble?
I've done a shortcake, but I haven't done the strawberry crumble. You always come up with these really cool ideas. I love your ideas. The little stencils on the coffees, I love those.
Thank you.
I don't know if did you or Kathy come up with that?
Well, Kathy, I had started it, and Kathy came in and looked like she had perfected it way better than I did. And I asked her what she did, and she was like, I carved them in, and I wish that I had more carving tools. So from there, I just started researching coffee candle, carving tools or whatever, and I came up with the stencils.
The stencils, yeah.
And so I put the stencil
awesome.
on top and just carve it out.
Yeah.
But
for the other people, she's talking about making like lattes with the
with
designs.
The,
Yeah, I love those designs.
That sounds cute.
I think the trick is carving the right amount out.
Yeah.
Right.
Because once it dries, once you fill it in and it dries, the wax starts shrinking again.
Oh.
So like the ones that I did, a lot of them, the words and the designs started being covered up.
Oh, okay.
So if I would have carved it a little deeper, it would have been okay.
Gotcha.
But I like those.
All right. Let's see if my gel wax is.
I don't know how to take me off, y'all. Excuse me one
Oh.
second.
While we're still waiting for the gel wax to heat up, let me show you how to do the peaches and apples. And pecans.
We'll be leaving in a minute. You want to come up under mine? That cold? Oh, you warming up? You warming up? Yeah, it's getting cold. Now I use the paraffin from Michael's, I believe, for my whip topping and all of that stuff, and like you said, these are more so for the beauty. I am struggling with gel wax. I did use I only used one of your pie crusts that you had. I ordered some, went off of Etsy, so this was a while back.
I remember that, and what a couple of them were broke, and I was gonna add to your next order, but then did you ever order again?
No, I hadn't had a chance. I haven't.
So if you ever do, I'll send them now if you want. If you need some pie crusts, I'll send them to you.
I just have not. I have not been in the candle making for a while. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm on the down low right now. I'm just on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I did make use it for the first time and make my first pie. But it's just that gel is what's confusing. So I really should the melting pool for the gel, because I got mine also at Michael's, I believe, for the
Okay.
gel. And the melting pool for the gel, you have to go high. I think I was thinking sort of like the melting for your wax, you know.
Gotcha. Gel wax is such a high melting point wax.
Okay.
I mean, 200.
Melting point.
Well,
I'm
oh
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we looked up earlier, it's 275 degrees
Wow.
just to melt it.
Okay.
So, and then you can go all the way down to 200 to pour.
Okay.
And right around 190 to 200 is when it gets too thick to be able to pour.
Okay. Yeah, because it kept getting real thick, and I said, "This is crazy." So I got so frustrated.
Are you using a double boiler?
No, I'm actually,
Okay.
well, at the time, yes. For my gel wax, I was using double boiler, and for my regular wax, I use this Presto pot, but I'm not fascinated by it.
Yeah,
I'm going back to
don't
my
use a
crock
double
pots.
boiler
Yeah. Okay.
for
That's
gel
what I
wax. It'll take forever.
Mm.
And you're not impressed with this Presto pot? Why not?
Only because I'm not an expert. I'm very new at all of this stuff here. So
Gotcha.
it moves too fast for me. I use the crock pot. It takes the time, and I'm slow.
All right, so for cooked apples, let me show you how you point to point, dark to light.
Okay. Now, do you have to wait a long time for that as well, or
Yeah, it usually takes about 2-3 days for the dye to
still 2 or 3
sink
days?
in enough
Okay.
for it not to like get everywhere when you're working with it.
Okay. Still 2 or
I
3
mean,
days.
you can go ahead. It doesn't have to cure for that long. It's just it takes that long for it to be unmessy.
Yeah, I got you.
For the peaches, I actually get a lot of comments on my peaches.
They're great.
Mhm.
I have your peaches.
So I actually do my peaches in your yellow. And the reason why I do the yellow is because of the little light spots on actual peaches is yellow. And then the other parts is like a dark peach, like an orangish color.
Okay.
So if you start out with the yellow and then do a really dark spot on, actually, let me get a different brush. If you start out with the yellow and then get the really dark spot of peach right in the middle where the core is. And then right around the edge, I'll show you. So you start, like, if you look at a real peach, it's really dark by the core. And it goes a little bit lighter out to the edge. Okay, so once you have your core, then you take your really tiny brush and you swipe up. You can actually do this with a fan brush as well. Okay, once you did the core, go to the outside. And again, it's point to point, dark to light. And once you get to the point where you want to get it to get lighter, that's when you swipe. So then you got the light spot there, and then as you look on peaches, when you do cut them, they'll have like a line right here, right around the edge, that's a little bit darker. And you have a realistic looking peach.
Yes, that looks so awesome.
So that one, since it's an embed and you're probably going to be using yellow or peachish dye, or not dye, gel wax on top, you definitely want this to dry before you use it. The reason why, if you look at pecans, pecans have a really dark color to them. But if you look at my pecans, they're really light. And the reason why I do that is because of the painting that I do. I like to, because I can paint dark, but I can't paint light. And again, new brown. I mean, it works so well in like almost everything that I color brown. It works good. It even works good for chocolate and brownies, and I just love it. And these are actually my new apples. I haven't come out with these yet. These are, I made a silicone mold of, I cut up a real apple, and I made a silicone mold of the real apples. So I'll have that silicone mold available sometime this week or next week.
I just got my new brown.
You just got it?
Yep.
Yay!
You're shopping in class.
Cheater, cheater!
The last time when he said it, they didn't have any. No, they have so.
Yeah, they were out last
Go
week.
ahead.
I have to figure out how to do the new apples. Time for me to make a baked apple pie. All right. So we did the 3-inch, the 5-inch, the 5-inch lattice, the 8-inch. Showed you the embeds, blackberries, showed you the crumble, showed you the ice cream, the melted ice cream, the magic maker, the gel wax. Showed you the paraffin, unrefined and the refined. showed you the silicone molds, the wicks, the dyes. I think I showed you everything, guys. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Or would like to see something? It's gonna take me way too long to do the big one.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi. What are your favorite scents from Candlewick?
I don't do anything other than Aztec.
Okay.
And my secondary is Candle Science if Aztec's out. So I actually
Okay.
haven't ever had to go. Oh, one time I did have to go to Nature's Garden. And
I live like 10 minutes from Flaming Candle, so I try to go there if at all possible. But they don't say if it's gel safe or not.
All right, get out. Get out. Nobody lives 10 minutes away from a supplier is allowed to talk to me.
So how do you know if the fragrance is gel wax safe?
That's a good question. A lot of the fragrances when you go on to Aztec will say gel safe for gel. Candle Science has that as well. If it does not say it, then there's no way for you to know until you actually.
But let me be clear. Last week you gave a list of all what you love about Aztec, and I got all my purchase today because of you. So if anyone is not jail safe, you want to pay my credit card bill.
Nature's Garden has a really good article about figuring out if it's gel safe or not.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll check.
Out of every single fragrance that I have over 100 of them I've used with gel, and the only one that I've ever had a problem with, and I'm crossing my fingers you didn't get it, is black cherry.
Okay, no, you didn't give me that one.
What was wrong with the black cherry? I love black cherry.
It doesn't mix well. The black cherry, for some reason, whatever ingredient that they put in the black cherry, it doesn't mix well with. As soon as you put it in the hot gel, it bubbles up and yeah, it doesn't mix well. I don't know why.
I think what you have to do is you have to make sure the flash point is over 170 degrees, and then you can get mineral oil, and you put 2/3 mineral oil and 1/3 of the scent. And if it stays clear, then you do it the other way around, 2/3 of the scent and 1/3 of the mineral oil. And if it stays clear both times and the flash point is over 170 degrees, it's gel safe. But I got that from Nature's Garden.
I'm gonna try that. I haven't ever worked with the mineral oil yet, but I've been looking for an excuse to try, and I will do that.
You got one today.
Yeah, you got one. What?
You got an excuse today.
Yes, I got an excuse. I'm full of excuses. All right, guys. Class pictures. This is gonna make really good class pictures. And then when I get done with that handmade one, the real big one, I'm gonna make it just like this. It's gonna be actually just like this, but really big. I'll do pictures and post them into the Candle Chef Academy and the DIY group. And if you're not here, let me post a link to.
You got to smile.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a link to the DIY group because I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for that group. They're so supportive, they're inspirational, they're uplifting. I just absolutely love that group, and I love everybody in it. And Jeff's awesome. I love Jeff's the admin. There's tons tons of YouTube videos about waxes and wicks and testing groups. Zoom. All right, so I did. Oh, okay, I did record. I just now looked up to see if I recorded, and I'm glad I did. Oh, that would have been bad. There's a link. I put it in the chat of the DIY group. I recorded today's video. I will be uploading it to YouTube as an unlisted video, so don't share unless it's for family or a close friend or something like that. So it'll be unlisted, and I'm uploading my whole class, so it takes a while to upload. I know a lot of people like to give me a message. Where's my link? I didn't get my link.
You talking about me?
What? I don't know.
Okay.
Everything that I received today is what I should have received. There is nothing missing.
I've only done 2 classes, the 4th and the 5th, or the 5th and the 6th, last weekend. So if you have those 2, you're not missing anything.
Okay. So
as far as your package, you have a lot more coming.
Okay.
A lot more.
Okay.
Because you paid for 2 VIP packs, and I was like, okay.
You know
She's
what
serious.
happened?
She's serious about her candles.
Yeah. Yeah, because I said, let my passion for candles, instead of spending the money, let it become my business, and you know, quit job everything, and this is what I'm doing 100%.
Yeah, I'm in your corner.
And then I live in a third world U.S. country, possession, Virgin Islands, where you have nothing, where you have to ship in everything. So, you know.
You're in Virgin Islands. So how does it feel living in a different country?
Well, we're supposed to be a U.S. possession, but I think we are right now a effed up third world country. Sorry for my friend, because we have to bring in everything. So, you know, we don't have nothing of what you have, the dollar store, the this, the Marshalls, that. Just a Kmart, Arabs around the place. So, you know.
With that in mind, I'm going to put some extra goodies in your box, in your next box.
She needs some goodies.
Oh, you guys want some extra goodies? Okay.
Yeah, hold your pie up so I can get a picture.
Hold my pie up?
Yeah, and smile.
It's a webcam pie, though.
Smile.
Sonría.
There you go. My mom is like, did you go to class today? I was like, it's not class every
I got the picture. It was not on video. It didn't happen.
Hey, she's my biggest.
And just one question. Have you thought about, since you purchase everything you need from X, Y, and Z, and you know the combination that is needed when you're painting the cross, have you planned, or are you planning to come up with your own combination or mixtures of colors for the products?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
I want to have my own blended wax. I'm going to have my own blended waxes. I'm going to not resell, but I'm going to sell waxes. I'm going to sell wicks. I'm going to have everything. Everything that I use for my candles, I want to eventually sell in my store.
Okay.
And about the combinations and stuff like that, I don't know, but I'm thinking about copywriting them. So get what you can while you can.
Okay. No hay problema.
Yeah. All right. I got a lot of orders to do. All right, some of y'all's. I got some of y'all's order to do.
Coming.
I learned with you to be patient.
Well, with me, I take my time and I want to get it perfect and I want to get a quality product out. I don't want to rush anything. So
Yeah.
And I realized that today when I got my package.
you happy?
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. I like to hear that.
So that means I'm not going to have a drink tonight. So because I'm what I have to do.
Yes.
You gotta do
Let's
some
get
work, Constance here. You gotta do some
Everybody
work.
be back here in an hour. I'm going to get my daiquiri on. Let's see.
You see, if I could send you some rum, I send you, but we cannot mail it. So, you know, I'll have to find a way on you to get it.
All right,
There's
well, we'll just Zoom. I got some rum in the cabinet. It's my
on
sister's.
my island, that is no joke.
But what she doesn't know won't hurt. All right, guys.
Can you mail soda?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Just not alcohol. Alcohol, tobacco, like all the
Good stuff.
yeah, all the
Bye.
good stuff. All right. I had so much fun today. I'm glad you guys made it to class and didn't just ask for the video. I love seeing you guys in class. Especially you guys. You guys are a good bunch. You guys are a fun bunch. So if you guys go to my next class, I have 3 new classes this month. I have the cheesecake class. I have the how to sell at flea markets and markets, pop-up shops. And I also have the cake.
I wanted to ask you about your ebooks and your video up for the upcoming lecture. So with the 101, will we still have access to videos or ebooks, or with the purchase of videos and ebooks, does that give us 101, or is everything separate?
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go to I'm getting rid of the classes because I have way too many craft shows and stuff coming up in October, November, and December, and I need my weekends for the craft shows. I can't miss those. Those are way too
I'm
big.
supposed to be at one today, but I'm like, I'm going to class.
Wow, you missed a market for me?
Got to learn how to paint.
I love you.
I love you back.
All right. So what's going to happen is I'm getting rid of the classes, but what I'm going to do before I get rid of the classes is I'm going to go over all of my videos of the classes and I'm going to edit them all down, and then I'm also going to add some stuff.
Okay.
To make them less boring. Make them less boring and very straight to the point, and it goes in order. Boom, 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 boom. You get everything that you need in one short ebook class.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get the video, and they'll all be like less than a half an hour, but you'll get all the content.
Sounds good.
Are you pouting? Are you really wanting the classes, aren't you?
We are visual.
I like seeing other like-minded individuals and like right in the midst of you creating, things just pop in my head, you know, or other people just comment with
Tell you what,
information, just like the mineral oil, how to test for gel.
Tell you what, I'll do how about I do street classes?
A month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come out with the ebooks, and then if I come out with something like really cool, like an anti-gravity cake or something like that, I'll make it first. And then I'll schedule a free class, and then I'll show you guys how to do it in the class.
That's cool. That's cool.
Sounds good.
Sabrina. All right, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye-bye.
We're going to do some work. Thank you so much.
Ow.